Hello, 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 you guys. This is Lady K with Lady K Motivates. It is Winning Wednesday. Woo! I am so excited. I am so excited. It is Winning Wednesday. You guys are on with me. If you can go ahead and just tag and share. I am going to give you all some information out of my new ebook that's coming out in August. It's going to be free. FREE. This ebook is going to be free. It's going to be free. It's going to be free. It is going to be entitled It's Time. Come on. It's time. It is time. Come on, y'all hear my clapping? It's time, it's time, it's time, it's time. It's time for you to show up on you. It's time. It is time. It is time. It is time. And I'm just gonna go over some winning strategies, a winning strategy on tonight on how you need to overcome blocks. Overcome blocks that limit your belief. That's what I'll be talking about tonight. Overcoming blocks that limit your belief. So if you all can do me a favor, let me see if I can go on my Facebook right quick and just tag a few people. Let me see if it's going live over here. Hold on. Let me see how to do this. Because I want to make sure we have as many people as we can over here. Hold on. Because I want to make sure we have know about what's going on. Hold on. Because I want to make sure we have know about what's going on. Hold on. Because I want to make sure we have know about what's going on. Okay, so I am out of that. But guys, thank you for joining. It is Winning Wednesday. I am going to be talking about a chapter in my book that's coming out in August. It's called It's Time, It's Time. It's no greater time than now. We like to wait on things. We like to wait on people. We like to wait for opportunities. But do you know you can create your opportunity right now? I'm talking about right now. Right now. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about I didn't know how to do some graphics. I didn't know how to write some letters. I didn't know how to go about different things. But guess what? I laid my hands on myself. God, give me the strategy right now. I don't have all the money. I don't have all the insight. I don't have all the wisdom. I don't even have all the education. But give me what I need right now because it's time. I'm tired of waiting on people. I'm tired of some opportunity to come to me. I'm going to my opportunity. I'm reaching for, I'm making a movement. I'm filling up my gas tank and I'm going to where the action is. It's your time. A lot of you are waiting on people, but I've came here on tonight to let you know it's your time. You're tired of waiting on people. They not coming. They are not coming. They're not coming. And and I just want to let you know that it's your time. It's your time for breakthrough. It's your time for manifestation. And one thing about it, you have to believe it. You have to believe that it's your time. Are you tired of waiting on people? Are you tired of those opportunities passing you? Are you tired of having these limited beliefs? And let me tell you, it comes from these blocks that we have within ourselves. Our self-esteem isn't up to par. Because if our self-esteem was up to par, we would be moving and grooving and getting things done. I don't care if I got to catch the bus. I don't care if I got to call that person that ain't really too fun. I know they got a car though, but I know they'll come pick me. I don't care. I gotta put my pride aside because it's my time. If somebody could type in the comments, it's my time. I don't care what I gotta do. I gotta put my pride aside. I gotta call for that ride. I gotta ask for that favor. I know it's my time. I cannot miss this opportunity. And a lot of times we miss our time because we have overcoming blocks that limit our belief. Overcoming blocks that limit our belief. This is in my new book, you guys, called It's Time. Let me tell you something. Fortunately, when we try to manifest our desires, you might find that you might encounter some obstacles of limiting your beliefs. What does that mean? Word curses. You don't believe that you could get that degree. You don't believe that you could get that job. You don't believe that you could get that house. You are limiting your belief. You need to know that you could do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You need to know that if you could vision it, it can manifest right in front of you. But it's some things that you have to do. So the first step in overcoming, this is in my book now, and I need you guys to support, you tag and share. I'm just going over a little expert in my book, okay? The first step is in overcoming blocks and limiting beliefs is to identify them. Come on, identify what's holding you back. What's holding me back to get to my next level? What's holding me back? I want this house. What's holding me back? Oh, my credit. It's a 450. It's holding me back. You know you can't get nothing with no 450. It's holding me back. What do I need to do? I need to go into the process of credit repair. I need to go into the process of making some agreements with some financial institutions. It's a process, but you got to identify what's holding you back. Okay, so that's number one. You got to identify what's holding you back to move towards success in your manifestation. Manifestation is this, the outwardness of what you envision coming to pass, okay? So in this chapter of my book, It's Time, and we're on the chapter, Overcoming Blocks That Limit Your Belief. We're talking about this can be challenging. Going through the process, it can be challenging, y'all. And many of us have negative thoughts, which I call word curses, and beliefs, and they're deeply ingrained and may not seem obvious. So we know a lot of people are going through, but they might not wear it, but they are going through something, and it may not seem obvious. However, with a bit of self-reflection, that means that you got to look yourself in the mirror, you guys. You got to say, hey, what was me? What do I need to fit? What do I need to handle to remove these stumbling blocks? What is it? What is it? What's holding me back? Am I too weighted? Am I taking on too many other people's problems? Do I need to get a certification to make more money at my job? Do I need to put my kids in daycare so I can have some type of relief? Do I need to car because I'm tired of walking? I'm tired of being disabled. I need to move how I need to move when I need to move. You have to identify, you have to have that self-reflection, you guys. But with a bit of honesty, you can begin your process, and you can uncover these blocks that are holding you back. Some of the common blocks and limiting beliefs include, I'm not good enough. Come on, you all heard it. You done told yourself this. Come on, let's be real. You have told yourself this. I'm not, you look right in the mirror. You looked in the mirror like this. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success. This is what you told yourself. I told myself this. This is how I know what you telling yourself. Because if I'm thinking it, you thinking it too, baby. I'll never be able to achieve your goals. This is what you saying in the mirror, baby. I know you are. It's too hard. I don't have enough resources, time. I don't have enough support. But let me tell you, if you find yourself thinking these thoughts, it's likely that you have some blocks and limiting beliefs that stand in your way for what you need to manifest in the earth. This is what you need to do. Number one, you need to refrain from negative thoughts and word curses. Okay? When you catch yourself thinking a negative thought, try to refrain in a positive way. For example, instead of saying I am not good enough, say I'm worthy and I'm capable of achieving my goals. I'm successful and I will achieve success. You have to come back with a positive thought. Number two, you have to practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself some grace. Oh, excuse me. You got to give yourself some grace and work with yourself through those blocks and limiting beliefs. You need to recognize that these patterns are deeply ingrained in you. What does that mean? They're deeply ingrained. You've been doing this for so many years, so many months, so many days that it's not going to happen overnight. I know overnight miracles do happen instantaneously, right? But you got to also know that it might not happen overnight. You might not be that lottery winner. You might not be that sweepstake winner. You might not be the one that inherited 100 acres that day. That might not be your story, okay? You might have to go through a process, all right? So you need to recognize that these patterns, again, are deeply ingrained and may take some time to overcome. So you got to give yourself some grace, okay? Number 3, when you challenge your limiting beliefs. So when you encounter a limiting belief, a challenge, it will be evident to the contrary. For example, if you believe that you would never be able to achieve your goals, remind yourself of the times when you have accomplished difficult tasks in the past. This ain't your first rodeo with defeat. This is not your first rodeo with defeat. You have been through, you thought you wasn't going to pass that ACT, SAT in high school. You thought you weren't going to pass that driver test. You didn't study. You just looking at your mama or daddy or auntie driving. You thought you weren't going to pass that test. You thought you wasn't going to be approved for that loan that you needed for Christmas. But guess what? You have been through defeat before. So I don't know why you acting like this. It ain't nothing. You have been through obstacles before, but you stand in the way of your miracle because of your limited belief. I'm telling y'all, my book is time. It's going to be so awesome. It's going to bless so many lives. And I'm probably going to go through about 5 chapters over these next 5 weeks. But it's a total of like 17 chapters, and I want you guys to support. It's going to be free, but I'm going to have a lot of other tools for you to get ahead on my website, which is going to be all up August, okay? So I need y'all to support. All right. So number 4, you need to use affirmations, all right? Affirmations are powerful tools for reprogramming your subconscious mind. Create affirmations that counteract your blocks of limiting belief. Those word curses that you speak upon yourself. You can't do it. You ain't good enough. All that good stuff. And repeat them to yourself regularly. So you have to affirm yourself, you guys. You have to tell yourself, I know I can do it. I might not be the prettiest. I might not be the skinniest. I might not be the tallest. I might don't have all the education. I might so many things. But you got to know that you coming out of this, and you got to affirm yourself. Talk about the good attributes. You got nice eyes. You know how to write letters good. Everybody call you for a letter. Everybody call you for a resume. You have a pleasant voice. You have a joyful spirit. You are somebody. Don't let nobody tell you ain't nobody. They don't know what you went through. They hadn't traveled these yellow brick roads like you have, but you've done it. So God is going to continue to get you through. So number 5, we talking about identifying blocks and limiting beliefs, okay? So finally, take inspired action towards your goals. Even if it feels uncomfortable or challenging, the more you take action, let me say that again. The more you take action, the more you'll build a momentum and overcome your blocks of limiting belief, okay? So a lot of us like to have all these good ideas. I mean, we have so many good ideas. We bring friends in, we bring family in. Girl, is it a good idea? Uncle, guys, is it a good idea? How do you feel about this? We can bring all these opinions in and all this in, right? And then we do this and we do that, but it's all in our head, right? It might be even on paper, but we have never taken action. You need to write, it's time for me to take some action. Yeah, it's time for me to take some action. My limiting belief in myself is stopping me from making that next step to where I need to be. My limiting belief in myself, because I have done it before and I failed. That right there is limiting my belief. So many of y'all have so many gifts. Some of y'all can do hair. Can't nobody do hair like you. Some of y'all can do nails. Can't nobody polish and file like you. Some of you guys can preach like no other. Some of you guys can sell like no other. But you have a limited belief, and we need to break that on tonight. We need to break that on tonight, because it's time for you to move in victory. Victory is in the manifestations of God. It's from an idea being planted in your head, back in your subconscious, being released into the earth. I thought about a car. I knew my credit was bad. I worked to get my credit repaired. I waited 6 months. Boom. Girl, don't you see my new Chevy Tahoe out the door? Yeah, that's my manifestation. Because I sat down. I took self-reflection. I said, what are my stumbling blocks to get to my goal? What are my stumbling blocks? What's going on around me? What are my stumbling blocks? One was the unbelief in my mind. 2, the word curses. You got to come back and affirm yourself to get to your goal. A goal is not a goal until you put it into action. All right? That's why they say, what's your 3-month goal? What's your 6-month goal? What's your 12-month goal? What's your 5-month goal? You got to have some goals. You got to be serious about you. You got to be serious about you. You can't be a nice girl, a nice boy about you. You got to be serious in the direction that your life is going. I made a commitment. I say, God, if don't nobody get on here to learn how to win, these strategies for winning, how to come on for me and just encourage them and just pour out what you poured into me, I don't care, because I'm committed to what you told me to do. So stop asking people their opinion. Stop asking people their opinions. Those are surveys to stop what you need to do. You gathering information, and you're going to have 5 people that say, oh, girl, go do that. Yeah. What? You're going to make a lot of money if you go ahead and put that out there. And then that one auntie say, girl, I don't know about that. Boom. You done stopped. You done stopped. Stop getting opinions for others, because at the end of the day, when God gives you a revelation about where he wants you to go and how he wants you to do it, that was a conversation between you and him. It wasn't a conversation with your friends, your parents, your children. It wasn't even a conversation with your mentors that you might have. You just need to be 1,000% confident in what he said, and people will catch on. Let me say it again. You have to be 1,000% confident in what God said, on what your vision is, and people will catch on. That's it. That's it. They will catch on. They will catch on. Another thing that you need to do to manifest, to overcome the blocks that limit your belief, you need to trust the process. Like I said, I'm a kingdom girl. I love God. You have to trust God. I don't care who you believe in tonight. You need to trust God. Your hope is built on nothing less than Jesus Christ and his righteousness. So I was talking to a friend earlier, and she was like, listen, I done kind of gave up. She didn't say gave up. Let me go back. She said that she was just being still. She's looking for answers from God. She doesn't hear them. She hadn't had any dreams. She doesn't know what's going on. She needs to know. She needs to know. She needs to know what's going on. She needs she needs a clue, because she needs a sign in the earth to let her know that she's gonna be taken care of. That God got her, needs some type of signal. But I told her, I said, God has brought you through so much. Trust God, even when you can't trace him. And at the end of the day, it's not for us to be concerned about how God is going to handle our business. We have to trust him well enough to know and have faith that he's the author and finisher of our faith, and he's going to handle it. He's going to, even if it's us that got ourselves in that mess, God is going to handle it. He's going to handle it. He's going to handle it. I am talking to myself on tonight. God, thank you, Lord, in advance for handling Kalana's problem. Thank you in advance for going before me and just situating that thing. Thank you in advance. So you got to know without the shadow of a doubt, I've been through trials before, tribulations. I've been through defeat. I've been through people talking about me. I've been through being broke. I had more money than month, and I had less money than month. I done been up the elevator. I done been down the elevator. God, I know that you got me. Oh, yeah, you got me. So I'm just have to ride this storm out, because guess what? Seasons change. We got summer, spring, winter, fall. Seasons shift. Your season of famine will shift, you guys. So don't get bogged down by what you see and what you have going on. You just have to move forward to execute. It's your time. It is your time. And we have to stop. We're stopping the manifestation from God because of these word curses, because our mind is limited. We have limited beliefs. Our self-esteem is low. Our self-esteem is low. We got to go back to affirming ourselves, speaking well of ourselves. I did a reel on that last week. We got to speak well of ourselves. We got to know that we could be anything that we want to be. We have to dream again. We have to get childlike. We have to have visions. We have to use our imaginations. And you're not cuckoo for Cocoa Pops because you have an imagination, because dreams do come true. But what are you doing for them to come true? What are you doing for them to come true? What are you saying to yourself? What blocks do you have in your way that are stopping the delivery of your manifestations? Look at the blocks that you have in your life. You know what they are. You know what your stumbling blocks are. You know I know what mine are. Come on, let's be real on tonight. But we have to look at those things, really take a self-reflection and say, you know what? I'm going to pull myself together. And I'm going to manifest. I'm going to move forward. So one, remember, and this is in my book, it's going to be out in August, we have to reframe our negative thoughts, okay? 2, we have to practice self-compassion. Give yourself that grace, all right? 3, we have to challenge those limiting beliefs. How do we do that? We remind ourselves of who we are, all right? Our purpose and vision for our lives. 4, we have to use affirmations. We have to affirm ourselves. We have to have that good confidence about ourselves, okay? We can't walk with our head down. We got to walk with our head up. We got to look people in the eye and let them know we're serious. We're serious, all right? Number 5, we have to take inspired action. What does that mean? We have to move forward. We have to execute. We have to know without a shadow of a doubt that it is our time. We are not waiting for nobody no more. Hold on, y'all. Oh, this fruit went so good. We're not waiting for nobody no more. We're not going to be in a victim mentality. We are going to go to Google. Everybody has a phone, whether the government gave it to you, or T-Mobile, or Verizon, or AT&T gave it to you. Everybody has a phone, okay? And if you have a phone, you have resources. You have resources. I'm letting you know you're being lazy. Having no car is not an excuse. Having no education is no excuse. The Workforce Plus has so many hot jobs right now that they will pay you to go to school. They will pay for the schooling. It's no excuse. It's so many resources, but you gotta let these phones and all this stuff. You gotta let this stuff work for you, okay? You gotta let it work for you, and a lot of us are not letting the resource that we have right in front of us work for us. Those phones are a tool to get us to the next level, but it's how bad do you want it? Are you really tired? Are you just talking? Are you just gonna be a talker all your life? It's time to move from talking to executing, and the manifestation is gonna fall. It's gonna fall. It is your time. I came to motivate y'all on tonight. You know, I'm only going to give you 30 minutes. So I hope you learned something. If I'm looking down at my tablet, yeah, I have my notes. And that's just my style. I have my tablet and I like to flow like that. So don't y'all be, whatever. But I hope you learned something on tonight. I hope I opened up your mind, heart, and spirit to let you know that you have to stop those word curses. It's time for you to move forward. Stop waiting for people to tell you, to prophesy. Oh, girl, Sandra, right there in the back, red shirt, you. The Lord said that you were supposed to start a business, and you been knew you were supposed to. Why are you waiting on the prophet? Huh? You been knew what you were supposed to do. Stop waiting on people. It's time to execute now. This is your time. If you're watching this on tonight, this live is to let you know it's your time. It's your time to move in purpose. It's your time to move forward and positive thinking about yourself. It's your time to stop those word curses. It's your time to get things done that you put on the bookshelf and say, oh, I'll get to that later. It might not be no later. It's time to move now. It is your time. All right? So I thank you all for joining on tonight. I pray that I said something that just resonated with you to let you know it's your time. And those limiting beliefs will block you. They're stumbling blocks that will block you from getting to the next level. All right. See y'all next Wednesday at 6 p.m. for Lady K Motivates. These are winning strategies for you to get ahead. All right.